I'm deep in it here. I'm deep in
That's what I'm.
in the juice here, and
That's
I don't even know what that is.
no. Even Samson Eagleman, he
Yeah, I know
said
who he is.
he said the same thing. He's never heard of Defector. I'm like, that game is amazing.
Well, how about this then? How about this? I want to pick your brain on this. If Six
Yeah,
listens to this, he's gonna lose his mind because I know what he's gonna say. But
yeah,
what's your? I want to dive into that comment because I like that thought. What you saw in 2016, 2017 versus now. What are
yeah.
your opinions on the change? Like, what do you see? And I'm not saying you don't need to paint the positive and negative. It's just
Oh
what's your
yeah, yeah. No, no,
feelings?
no.
What's your feelings about it?
I feel like, well, the games back in the day were a little more cinematic. Had you feel like you were in the story. The cutscenes were great. Um, but I guess it's because I haven't found any like it's. I don't know. I just feel like the quality of the games back then were amazing. I mean, we have some quality games now, but I'm like Defector. When I jumped off a plane, I was riding in a car and I drove it off of a plane. I haven't played a game like that again yet. Like Defector is one of those games I go back to like probably once a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I haven't had any new games that I keep going back to besides like OG games, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Except like
What's your main circle? Because I talked with like Mateo about this. Like I play the same
yeah.
four games 24/7. Like that's it.
I feel you.
What's your Mount Rushmore of like
If
repeated gameplay?
if I'm not making content, I'm probably either in Blades and Sorcery, of course.
Yep.
Defector, like I said, I've replayed Defector the whole thing, and you have. I'm not even gonna get into it. I can get into that game. Defector, The Forest. I've
Hmm.
been playing a lot of Hellsplit Arena. That's one new game I do play. I have
It's a
the
good
demo.
game.
I beat it like 5 times. I'm ready for the official release. And ever since I've started making content, I haven't been I haven't been able to like grind in my games like I wanted to. But usually Blade and Sorcery, Defector. Oh, since I got my steering wheel, a lot of Project Cars too.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Yeah, Project Cars too. And it's funny, it's not even a VR game, but I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto, the mod. Yeah, because
Yep.
you'll
I
you'll
haven't tried it yet.
you have to. You have a steering wheel, right?
Yeah, I just never been the biggest GTA fan. I know that sounds weird, but it
It's
just
not.
never was my thing.
Look, I never was like a like play it all the time type guy. Yeah, I'll get in. I don't play missions, but I'm telling you, when you have a steering wheel and you get inside GTA 5 online, not even online, just regular, you'll think it was made for VR. Like I stopped at
I
a
can see
red
that.
light and I stopped at a red light
Look at
and
you,
a homeless
law-abiding
guy.
citizen.
Yes. When you're in VR, it's like you want to. It's funny. You just sit there, you look around, you hear people's conversations. It's very trippy, actually. Um, a homeless guy literally walked up to my car with his sign, and I could read the sign. I was just taken aback. That game right there is amazing. I wish it was like natively VR. But yeah, the mod, Luke Ross, the real mod, shout out to him. That's an amazing mod. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, those early days, man, of VR. It's just, I think it's just a product of the times. It's almost like it's like your first like love. Like when you really find this passion early on in VR,
Yeah,
people were just it was about experimenting and figuring out what the medium could do. Um, but there is a time where you have to make money, and
yeah, yeah.
there is a time where things need to go a little more practical. But I can think of, unfortunately, I can't remember the name of it, but I remember there's this one horror game that I played, and man, what was it called? Lost something. You basically have to walk around. You're in the memory. You're in your past memories, and you have to walk around pretty quietly because if you make too much noise, something's gonna come get you. So, but you have to navigate quietly, just to piece together the story. There's no action. There's no nothing. And I remember the end of it was so brutal and disgusting, and hit me so deep, like from a storytelling perspective. It lives in my head rent free for like ever. I mean, at the end, like there's your wife has
Yeah.
like a violin or a cello through her body out her mouth. It's like the most disgusting thing in the world. And listening to these voice actors who really put everything into it, like that story lasted me forever. But I have never been able to find things like that since.
I
Um,
definitely understand. A lot of
yeah,
new games are linear.
yeah,
It's like very straightforward. I commend you because I'm not a big horror game person for VR. Yeah,
I could
I am.
recommend you some.
Hey, you don't have to. But I'm sure I'll check them out. But I'm big on like if I can't fight back, I don't.
Well,
Because when I was
isn't that the beauty though of a horror game is the helplessness. You ever played the Condemned series, or at least the Condemned one on Xbox?
I haven't.
Okay, it's a masterpiece of horror game.
Man,
You're a detective in this game. You do have no superpowers. I will say once you get to number two, and I think there's a number three,
yeah.
it gets a little more insane, and you start having too many weapons and powers. But in the first
Okay.
one, you have no powers, no nothing, and it starts as a serial killer that you need to investigate and catch to something much broader and supernatural and occult. But you are so helpless in that game. Like weapons break after using them too much. Finding weapons, you might just find a stick on the ground, and that's all you're going to have to do with a guy with a bat and barbed wire. Like the helplessness is peak. And then when I got into VR, like horror games, holy shit, man! I think I played every single one, and I think they're like the perfect demo for why VR hits us emotionally. I think they're
I
everything
I
I love
agree.
about VR.
You're brave. I'm gonna have to I have to check out some more horror. I just played. Well, I'm
You
not
play The
fully through.
Forest.
Oh, the forest is
That's a
fun.
horror game.
It is, but it's fun though. It's like I mean I can it's like it's not linear. Like I can run away if I
Yeah.
want to. Like, man, bro, the funniest thing, uh my girlfriend at the time, I built her a PC, so we was playing the forest. She got lost in the cave. And I had to come find her, and it was the most funniest situation ever because she was just like she was literally like crying. She's like, "Please come find me." Yeah, it was just so funny because whenever we play, I'm the one who attacks the people, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so. She was like, "Ah, thank you." It's so funny, and my favorite part is the little alien creatures, the little blob things, and I just like throwing. I still have not beat the game. I literally just get in there to go camping. I I get the Molotov and just throw them. That's what's funny. But no, games where I like if I can't run away or if I can't like if I have to die, it's like I don't want to die. Like I played probably one of the scariest games I've played recently was Paranormal Activity.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. That threw me for a loop. Also, have you tried the Alien Isolation mod?
Yeah. Played both Paranormal Activity and Alien Isolation. Never beat either. Paranormal Activity, I found it. The hard mode is hard because it doesn't save. I learned that the hard way.
Oh, that's why it's hard. It doesn't save?
I don't know. I did it on stream. It's recorded. I don't know what it was, but I kept hitting save, and I died at one point, and then it put me back to the start of the game, and
Huh,
I never played it again.
that's weird.
Yeah, but yeah, both those games are Alien Isolation is a whole monster of a game.
Yeah,
I don't like that game.
no, no, I was running away and it stabbed me in my back and I looked down and I had my vest on and I know it's only sound to haptics, but when I got stabbed and looked down, it's like I felt the tail. That was one of the most frightening things I've ever experienced in VR.
Yeah, what got you to the state of mind? Do you think? Because that's something I talked with Ashley about. Where, like you said, I mean, you admit it, and so do I.
Yeah.
These vests are just rumble packs all over our body, right? That's all they
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
It's no
yeah.
different than like a friend behind us timing a good punch at the same time we get shot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it can do what it does better than the sum of its parts.
right.
What do you what do you attribute that to? What do you need from a game, or what do you need from the state of your mind for that all to culminate in something beautiful?
Honestly, I think it's just how the brain works and reacts to everything. Like, because I mean, when you're wearing the vest, I mean, yeah, it feels like armor or whatever. You got vest on, you suiting up, Ready Player One. But when you actually like associate a bullet to a feeling, then I think it just plays a trick on your mind, and it's like because I mean, honestly, if I have the vest on and I just use my phone and see what something feels like, it just feels like vibration, honestly. Like it
Yeah.
just feels like it's rumbling. Like even if I do like a slash, it's like, okay, I mean, it just feels like it doesn't really feel like a slash. But if I get hit in game, I guess the association to the action is what's causing like the mental stimulation, I guess. But that's what I think. It's like the action to the haptic.
Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and fireside chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.